In the old cemetery on the outskirts of town, there stands a weathered statue of a woman, her face eternally frozen in sorrow. Legend has it that she was a grieving mother who lost her child in a tragic accident many years ago. Distraught with grief, she wandered the cemetery night after night, her cries echoing among the tombstones. Those who dared to visit the cemetery after dark claimed to hear her mournful wails, drifting on the breeze like a haunting melody. Some said they saw her ghostly figure kneeling by her child's grave, her tears staining the earth. But none dared to approach her for fear of being drawn into her sorrowful embrace, never to be seen again. In the oldest section of the cemetery, where the headstones are weathered and the graves forgotten, there lurks a spectral figure known only as the Phantom Gravedigger. It is said that he was a groundskeeper who met a tragic end while tending to the graves late one night. Now, his ghostly form can be seen shoveling dirt into empty graves, his movements slow and methodical. Some say he is searching for something lost in the depths of the earth, while others believe he is doomed to repeat his final task for all eternity. Those who have encountered the Phantom Gravedigger speak of an overwhelming sense of dread that washes over them, freezing them in place as he goes about his grim work. Some even claim to have felt the cold touch of his spectral hands upon their shoulders, as if he were beckoning them to join him in his eternal labor. Deep within the heart of the cemetery stands a crumbling mausoleum, its once grand facade now covered in ivy and moss. Locals whisper of strange happenings within its walls, of voices heard in the dead of night and shadows that move of their own accord. Legend has it that the mausoleum is cursed, housing the restless spirits of those laid to rest within its walls. Visitors who dare to enter speak of an overwhelming feeling of being watched, as if the very walls themselves were alive with unseen eyes. Some claim to have heard whispers echoing through the halls, voices pleading for release from their eternal prison. Others speak of encounters with shadowy figures that dart in and out of the darkness, their forms flickering like flames in the night. In the farthest corner of the cemetery lies the Black Crypt, a foreboding structure that looms like a dark shadow against the moonlit sky. Legend has it that it was built to house the remains of a powerful sorcerer who dabbled in dark magic, cursing all who dared to disturb his final resting place. Those who have ventured near the Black Crypt speak of strange occurrences, of unexplained noises that seem to emanate from within its depths. Some claim to have seen flickering lights dancing in the darkness, while others speak of a bone-chilling cold that seeps into their very bones. But perhaps most unsettling of all are the tales of those who have dared to enter the Black Crypt, never to return. Some say they were driven mad by what they found within, while others believe they were claimed by the curse of the sorcerer himself, their souls trapped for all eternity in the darkness. At the entrance to the cemetery stands a towering iron gate, its rusted bars twisted and warped with age. But it is not the gate itself that is feared, but rather the spectral figure that is said to guard it. Known only as the Guardian, this ghostly sentinel is said to be the protector of the cemetery, keeping watch over the souls of the departed. Some claim to have seen his ghostly form standing tall and proud, his eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. But beware to those who seek to desecrate the sanctity of the cemetery, for the Guardian is said to be a vengeful spirit, striking down any who would dare to trespass upon his domain. Those who have encountered him speak of a sense of overwhelming dread that washes over them, as if they are being judged by some unseen force. Among the rows of weathered tombstones, there stands one that seems to draw the eye of passers-by. Its inscription is barely legible, worn away by time and neglect, but those who dare to approach can feel a chill in the air, as if the very ground beneath their feet is tainted by darkness. Legend has it that this particular tombstone is haunted by the spirit of a man who met a tragic end many years ago. His restless soul is said to wander the cemetery at night, searching for something lost in the depths of the earth. Those who have dared to linger near the haunted tombstone speak of strange phenomena, of disembodied voices that whisper secrets long forgotten and phantom footsteps that echo through the night. Some claim to have seen the ghostly figure of the man himself, his eyes hollow and filled with sorrow. But perhaps most unsettling of all are the tales of those who have felt the touch of icy fingers upon their skin, as if the very air around them were alive with malevolent intent. For within the darkness of the cemetery, the spirits of the dead are said to walk among the living, their presence a chilling reminder of the fragility of life. Once every century, when the moon hangs low in the sky and casts an eerie red glow upon the earth, the cemetery is said to come alive with malevolent energy. Locals speak of strange happenings during these nights, of restless spirits that roam the grounds in search of souls to claim as their own. Legend has it that this curse was placed upon the cemetery many years ago by a vengeful witch who sought revenge against those who wronged her. Now, every 100 years, the cemetery becomes a battleground between the forces of light and darkness, as the spirits of the dead rise from their graves to wreak havoc upon the living. Those who have witnessed the curse of the blood moon speak of a nightmarish landscape, where shadows dance among the tombstones, and the air is thick with the stench of decay. Some claim to have seen ghostly apparitions floating through the darkness, their eyes burning with an otherworldly fire. But perhaps most terrifying of all are the tales of those who have been marked by the curse, their souls forever tainted by the darkness that lurks within the cemetery's depths. For once the blood moon rises, there is no escape from the horrors that dwell within the shadows. In the heart of the cemetery lies a tomb unlike any other, its walls adorned with ancient runes and symbols of power. Known as the Tomb of Eternal Sleep, legend has it that it houses the remains of a powerful sorcerer who sought to cheat death itself. Those who have dared to venture near the tomb speak of an overwhelming sense of dread that washes over them, as if the very air around them were alive with malevolent intent. Some claim to have heard whispers echoing through the darkness, voices pleading for release from their eternal prison. But perhaps most unsettling of all are the tales of those who have dared to enter the tomb of eternal sleep, never to return. Some say they were driven mad by what they found within, while others believe they were claimed by the curse of the sorcerer himself, their souls trapped for all eternity in the darkness. And so, the cemetery remains a place of mystery and terror, its secrets hidden beneath the earth and guarded by the restless spirits of the dead. For those who dare to venture into its depths, beware, for the echoes of the forgotten may never truly be silenced.